Hey there, I'm Donna Kisz, and you're watching Paint This. Hi everybody. For today's project, I'm going to try something totally different. Okay, I'm going to take my Posca pen to draw this image that I've drawn on my sketch pad on this wine glass. So what I did is I traced the wine glass to get, you know, the fair size of what I need to draw. And I'm just going to try to draw it on here. I've never used these on glass before, so we'll see how I work. And then I'm going to paint it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glass painting brush and I'm going to start with a number 6 flat brush. Okay, and I'm using FolkArt multi-surface paint in titanium white, and I'm just going to block in the whole rabbit. I went ahead too and drew some little feet on the bottom. I don't know if you can see the feet. Let me see here. Just see three little toes, and then it's going to go right up the stem of the glass. All right, so I'm just going to fill the whole bunny rabbit in with white. I can't believe Easter is right around the corner. I'm trying to do light strokes. I'm not pushing really hard on with my brush. Use whatever brush is comfortable. If you don't have glass painting brushes, it's okay. It's just that they're softer and it's a little bit easier to paint with. Okay. I'm just going to fill all this in. I'm going to try to be really neat about it too, because I don't know if the Posca pen, if that part is going to stay or not. So I want to make sure the edge is nice and smooth on my bunny rabbit. So this is the first time I'm doing something like this. I usually do flowers, which I'll do some, I have some coming up soon, in fact. We're going to be painting, I'm going to be painting a window soon. It's a decorative window that can be hung, you know, in a home or whatever. So yeah, I can't believe it's almost Easter time already. It's crazy. The time's just flying. And just like everybody says, the older you get, it seems to go faster and faster. And I'm getting old. I'm getting up there. So I was thinking, if I should leave the overall part clear, or if I should do white, but I think I'm going to fill everything in with white. And then I'll paint on his clothes. You can use a larger brush if you want to. But this will allow, once this dries and I paint the blue on it, it'll look really, really bright. And then I'm going to go all the way down the stem of the glass. I'm curious to see how this is going to come out. I mean, in my mind it looks good, but I don't know. So we have one leg, and then we'll have the other come out. Whoops. Right here. I need some more paint. And again, I'm going really soft with my brush. I'm not pushing really hard. I want that paint to lay down on there. Right, I'm painting his little feet. And this will definitely be getting a second coat. Okay, little puffy feet here. And again, I'm trying to be careful on my edges because I don't know about that Posca pen. I just don't. I have a feeling that it's not going to be permanent. This paint will be. Now, the FolkArt multi-surface paint is great because it has a built-in sealer. You can bake it, like once your glass is done, you can put it in the oven and bake it and cure it that way. But you can also let it sit for a couple of weeks. You have to read the directions on the label. It will tell you exactly what to do, and you can cure it that way as well. So, and it's great. I have glasses that I painted. Oh, I started painting 6 years ago. So, and the paint is still on the wine glasses that I've washed. I tell everybody too, like if you're getting something that's hand painted, don't throw it in the dishwasher, even if it says dishwasher safe. You know, better to be safe than sorry. I would take the time to hand wash it. Okay, so I'm going to dry this and I'll be right back and we'll pick it up from there. Okay, so now what I've done is I just went ahead and gave this a second coat and dried it. So now I'm going to paint some clothes on and give them a face. And I'm going to be using bright pink and a patina, which is like a light turquoise color. And I'll be using black as well. Any black you have will do. I have pure black. And again, these are all FolkArt multi-surface paints. Don't need much of this, just a little tiny bit. All right, so now I am going to take the number 6 flat brush. It's my glass painting brush again. And what I'm going to do is, thinking what I should do first. I think I'll paint his overalls first. So, I'm going to pick up some of the patina. Make sure I'm on camera. And I'm going to give him 2 straps right here. And right here. Okay, and I'm going to leave a spot for where his arms are. Just going to go higher. I'm going to make these like shorts, so as soon as I get to just about the bottom of the glass, I'm going to go across here, and we'll define that later. Okay, we'll come back and do a second coat on that. I'm going to rinse my brush out. This time I'm going to, let's see here, what brush to use. I need a very little brush. So, I have a Princeton brush. It's number 3. It's a little tiny detail brush. And I think I'll use that for the nose. And I'm going to use some of that bright pink to color in his nose. Actually, I'm going to start the ears first. What I did too, I added another, I added this part of his ear going down too, because it didn't look right. It looked it looked like one ear was a lot longer than the other. What I want it to look like is like this part of the ear is overlapping this part. So what I'm going to do is just go like up to about here. And again, I'll be defining this stuff later on. I'm going to do kind of the same thing on the other side. Just little triangles. This is going to be, I'm making this very easy so anybody can do it. I don't do, well, sometimes I guess I do, but real hard things on this channel. I haven't done anything super hard yet. But let's give them a nose. So we're just going to do a little triangular shape right there, like that. Little rounded edges. Uh-oh, it's getting bigger. That's what happens when I don't leave it alone. That's good. All right, I'm gonna rinse my brush out. Now I'm gonna do his eyes. I'm using the same brush, and I'm gonna pick up black. Just make sure I'm on camera here. And I'm going to go to where the cheeks bulge out to the sides right here. And that is where I'm going to paint his little eyes. I kind of go out just a little further than his white fur. And incidentally, you can paint whatever, as always, you can paint whatever color bunny you want. I do the same thing on this side. There we go. And then I'm going to add a little tiny line right there. Maybe a little bit. I'm going to do two little like smiley shapes on either side here. Whoops. So I don't like the way I dragged at the top of that one right there. So what I'm going to do is get a little damp brush. You got to be careful with the paint underneath so it doesn't come up, and I can always go over that with a little white. Rinsing my brush. Going back to my number 6. I'm just going to give a second coat in here, just a quick one stroke. That's that. Maybe a little bit on his nose. That. Rinsing my brush out. This time I'm going to put a second coat over his overalls, but I'm going to use a bigger brush this time so I get less little stroke lines. So this time I'm going to use, this again is a number 8 flat brush, and it is a glass painting brush. So I'm just going to try to keep a steady hand. Looks like he's wearing a barrel right now. Oops. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the bottom and drag it up. And again, I'm not pressing hard, sort of laying down the paint. Okay. Then I'm going to rinse that brush out. Let's smooth this out a little on the bottom here. There we go. If you go to an area you don't want to paint, just wet your brush, and while the paint's still wet, you can wipe it right off. If it does dry, you can always take like a razor blade or like a sharp edge of something, even your fingernail, and just be careful and you can rub it off. All right, I'm gonna go back to my little brush. Where is it? Wait, here it is. Because I want to do his straps, his overall straps. I'm just doing one, boop. Okay. So I have a paint party coming up. I do paint parties on the side, aside from teaching piano, and I designed these two little paintings. I think the kids are gonna love them. They can, it allows for artistic freedom. I'll post the pictures right up here so you can see them. There's a little chick coming out of an egg, and then there's a bunny rabbit holding an Easter egg, and they can pick which one they want. I call it a this or that party. And I allow all ages to come. It's a lot of fun. And the families like it. They make nice memories. All right, so now what I'm going to do is dry this off. Then we're going to add our little details. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. I am back. And going to give this some details. So now I'm going to use teal, and I'm going to use a little bit of treasure gold. This is also made from FolkArt. I'm going to take my little detail brush once again, and it's a number 3 Princeton brush. It's not a glass painting brush. And I'm going to pick up some of the teal, and I'm going to make a little pocket. And you can decorate them however you want. I'm just going to make a little, like half circle sort of thingy. And then just a U. Probably be using a bigger brush. It's going to need a bit of a second coat there, but that's okay. I'm going to give him some pockets too. I think I'm going to use a script liner for this. I don't know if I have. I do, but it's not in the box. I have so many brushes I can't find them. That's not a complaint either. I'm grateful for them. So I'm going to use a number 2 script liner, and that's going to allow me to make maybe a bit of a thinner line. So I'm just rolling it into the teal paint. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give him some pockets. Too bad I couldn't make it look like his hands were in his pockets. I'm also going to give him, how am I going to do this? Detail over here on each side, and then from here I'll give him some pockets. It's going to be where his legs are. Also going to go across the top. I probably should outline the whole thing. I think that would look nice. And the script liners work nice for the outlining. They're nice and smooth. You get a nice line. I also have to make a line straight down the middle of his legs. That's going to be tough. I'm going to outline the straps as well. I'm going to add some buttons to them as well. This is going to need more paint over here. He's cute. He's a cute little bunny. I'm going to make some folds on his arms like that. So it kind of looks like his arms are bent. And let's try this now. I'm going to make sure I have enough paint on my brush. You can add, I usually add water to it, but when I'm painting on glass, not so much. So let's see if we can do this. Yikes. Well, I'm going to leave it, and I'll go back and touch it up if I want to with some white paint. I hope that I'm on camera. I appear to be. I'm a one-man show here, folks, so give me some grace. All right. So now, I'm going to take some of that, I'm going to stand him up for a moment, and I'm going to take some Treasure Gold. Let me take it right out of the bottle. I'm going to go back to my number 3 Princeton detail brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of gold. And I'm going to make 2 buttons right here. One here. And here. Just little circles. Okay, just like that. A little thicker on there. Okay. I'm going to rinse my brush out. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take a really little detail brush. I use this usually in every single video. This I think I got this on wish.com. It's a nail paint brush. It's like a detail brush. It's really tiny. I love using this for small details. I'm going to wet it. I'm going to mix a little bit of black and white so I get some gray. Actually, you know what? I'm going to mix my own. So I have some black out already. Just need a little tiny bit of this. And I want to make his whiskers and everything, but I don't want him to be black. It's just too harsh. So I'll take a little tiny bit of the black. And be careful with the black because it will take over. Use a very, very tiny, tiny bit. Mix it up. There we go. Roll my brush so it comes to a point. There we go. So now what I want to do is I want to outline his ears so it looks like they're folded over. And then I'll do the same on the other side. I also kind of want to give him a little bit of a chin there and some whiskers. Okay, so we'll give him some little dots there, little freckles. And maybe even a little chin. I might just leave him like that. I think the freckles look just so cute. It is cute. I don't know, should I? Yeah, he needs whiskers. Oops. Went over his eyeball. So, yep, I'm spastic. But see, you can fix it. Where's that detail brush now? Try that again. There. Let me do a little bit more on the other side. There. Now you can outline the bunny if you want to. I'm going to take some I think I'm going to do that. I think it might look nice. And that way, if the Posca pen lines don't stay, at least I'll have that. So I'm going to use my script liner and do an outline. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. Sort of cleans it up. It gives it a nice edge. I'm going to turn my glass upside down. You know, I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning too. Before you start to paint on the glass, you want to make sure that your glass is clean. So what I use is, I use Dawn detergent. You can use any kind of soap, but then I take alcohol, just this isopropyl alcohol, 91%, and a cotton ball, and I rub it over the glass so it removes all of the oils from your skin or dirt or whatever, and the paint will adhere. So be sure to do that. My dog is walking around and he's not doing very good. He's very sick right now, so I'm keeping him by my side. Alright, now I'm just outlining his legs. This is probably the hardest part. Now I'm going to go down. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not. There's little feet here. Actually, they're big feet, big clodhoppers. And I have to put the glass down this way. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. If you can't, I'll show you afterward the finished result. All I'm doing is outlining it. He's so cute. And I'm going to make a female version too of this. So I have a pair. At least that's the plan. The last toe. Here we go. I do want to fix that line that goes down the center of his legs. I don't like the way that looks. So it's not straight. It doesn't look neat. What I'm going to do, I'll pick up some white paint with my script liner and try to straighten it out. It's one thing, you never be afraid, you know, when you're creating art, especially with acrylics, never ever be afraid to make a mistake. You can paint over it, you know? You can paint over just about anything. And I do want to do one more thing with his little feet here, or his big feet. I want to make these lines going inward like this. So they look like he has little paws. Can you see his feet? I decided that I want to change the color of the outline in the middle of his legs from that teal color to gray, so it matches the outline of the rest of the bunny. Alright, so I'm just mixing up a little bit more gray and white, and I'm with my 2-inch script liner. I'm thinking maybe, alright, we're going for it. Okay. Came out good except for one little spot, which I'm gonna fix right now. Right here. Let me get a different brush here. There. Okay. I think I'll do the same by his arms too. Where the bends are. Here and here. Here. And here. There. That looks better. Okie doke. Okay. And you want to sign it. Make sure and sign your everything you paint. You can use your initials. You can put your name, whatever, your symbol, whatever you use, whatever you like to use. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of that teal, and I'm going to just either on the bottom I'll sign it, under, maybe I'll sign it under his foot like this. And I tend to do my initials. And again, I thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed my content. Give me a like if you would feel so inclined, and subscribe. Thank you.